Hey guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. In this video, I'm gonna be showing you how to repair some dead and dry patches of grass that you see all over your yard. Please stay tuned and continue watching until the end so you won't miss out on any details of how you can fix this. Several videos ago, I showed you how I transported a lot of this grass from the back side of my property to the front yard, and unfortunately it had like a lot of spots that there was no grass in there, or it just didn't do quite well over here in the front. Thankfully, most of it did grow like you see around there. There's a lot of really nice green grass, but there's a lot of patches and dry, dead spots in between, along the edges, and in different areas. So this video is going to be focused on how you can fix and repair these areas so you can have a uniform, beautiful green grass. The first thing that you're going to want to do, and that I highly recommend, is to cut all your grass. In my case, I think I cut this like 3 days ago. It wasn't too big, but I just wanted to have a nice fresh cut. This is going to help you as well so you can better visually see all the areas that are dry so you can fix it as much as you can at the same time. Now, the first thing after I cut the grass is I got this it's like a hand rototiller. You can get this at your local box store. I'll try to leave a link with all these tools and different equipments that I recommend for doing this kind of project in the description below. But all I did was scrape all the areas that was dead and dry. Once I loosened up all the soil and just scraped it really well, I took all the dead grass and the rocks and I removed it. Then I'm gonna be applying this topsoil. This is gonna be like a little base for the seed. The grass seed that I'm going to be planting is from JB Instant Lawn. Is for a sunny section, and then I have the starter fertilizer. So the first thing after you scraped all the dry spots, removed all the dead grass, any rocks or different things that were in the way, you're going to want to spread a light layer of the topsoil. And then I just grabbed a rake and just spread it out evenly. Then after that, you can go ahead and put your seed directly on top of that topsoil. I recommend this because it will help give the seed like a really nice starter point. So that way the base isn't too hard and it's not like too firm. So this will give it a nice soft surface and it will catch on really quick. And so once I spread the seed, it should look something like this, quite a decent amount of seed all over. Then after that, I'm gonna be spreading some fertilizer. This is specially designed for brand new grass. There's all kinds of different fertilizers that you'll find at the store, but just make sure that you get one that is specifically designed for brand new grass. Then after I got that front area taken care of, I'm gonna just one step at a time fix all these different sections. I'm using that same tool there, scraping all of the dead spots, and like you see, it definitely removes a lot of that grass. It loosens up all the soil. This is gonna help to prep the surface so your new grass can definitely grab on and just be a lot more successful. Then after that, I removed, basically raking all of the dead grass, take it out of there. Then I'm spreading that topsoil just like a light coat on all of the dead spots. Now, don't freak out. You're gonna see your dead, dry patches. It's gonna be looking a lot bigger, like in this case. But this is gonna serve for the better, because once you put your seed on here, spread a decent amount. Make it nice and dense all over. Then you'll want to put the fertilizer. Then at the very end, I'm gonna go ahead and cover it with a thin coat of the topsoil. And that's gonna help so that way the seed can grow very quickly. For the last area, I decided to purchase this Earthquake Versa rototiller. And the reason why I purchased this is because I also have a garden, a fruit and vegetable garden. And this is gonna come in super handy. So when I go and prep my garden for changing crops or planting new things, I can loosen up the soil very quickly. And I decided to test it out over here in this large area. And man, this thing is a beast. I mean, you can see right here, it just rototills all of this dead area, all the grass, it just lifted it up. Then after that, I'm gonna go ahead and rake it into a pile, take it out of here, and just put it over there on the side so I can dispose of it later. Then after I take all this dead grass and all this area out of here, I'm gonna do the same process that I did with the earlier parts. I'm gonna go ahead and put a decent amount of topsoil, and especially in this area, there was some certain parts that had like quite a bit of a slope, and there was one section that was really bad. It was almost like a big hole or like a depressed area, so I had to put quite a bit of bags of dirt of the topsoil so I can bring it up more level. And once I was happy with the result, I'm gonna go ahead and put the grass. But I'm taking my time over here, just making sure I scrape as much of that dead grass as possible. Once I removed everything, I'm gonna give it another pass, just rototilling like 3 inches down so I can loosen up all this soil so that the new grass will grow even quicker. Now, if you noticed in the beginning, the seed that I got is for a sunny area. The reason why I got that is because over here, I get quite a bit of sun. We don't have any trees, or I have one tree like on the other side, but for the most part, I get quite a bit of sun in this front lawn section. So that's why I purchased the sunny seed. But if you have like shade or something different, they have like a different seed design for like shaded areas or partly shade, whatever's needed. But over here, I'm putting in all the extra bags of soil. All this dry area grew quite a bit because I wanted to, at the same time, level it up as best as I could and make it nice and even. And once I was happy with the results, I can go ahead and just spread it out with a landscaping rake and a metal rake, get it as level and even as possible. And after that, I can go ahead and spread all the seed in a nice uniform way. Now you'll notice along all the edges, I'm gonna put some more by hand, but in the rest of the areas in between, I'm using one of those seed spreaders so I can expedite it and do it a lot more quickly. Then right now, I'm just sprinkling it with my hand in different areas where I see that it could use a little bit more. I just want to have, make sure that I get as much seed as possible so I can get a nice covered area. But this is the results after I spread all the seed in this large area. I was definitely happy with this, how it turned out. Now, once this is done, I can go ahead and put the fertilizer in all this section so it will grow nice and strong and uniform. And then at the very end, I'm gonna show you how I cover all this seed. You definitely want to cover it. You don't want to leave it like that exposed, because if there's quite a bit of wind coming through, it can push it away or move it around. Or if there's birds or something like that, they can get the seed, or there's a lot of different things that can happen if you just leave it exposed. And then plus, it's not gonna germinate as good as if you cover it with just a light coat of soil. And so that's what I'm doing right here. I put a few bags of that dirt on my wheelbarrow, and just with my hand, I'm just spreading it. I'm just letting the soil fall directly on top of the seed. I don't want to rake it or move it around too much, because that'll mess up where I laid down the seed in the first place. So that's why I'm doing it by hand. I mean, honestly, it didn't take as long as it seems. For the entire process, including all the scraping and removal and prep work, it did take me a full day. I think I started about like 7 in the morning, and like by 3 o'clock I was fully done with the entire process. But honestly, it's completely worth it. I'm gonna show you the results in like 2 to 3 weeks. 1 week after I did this, the grass was already growing. I can actually see it right now in my house. All this, this dirt spot, it's already green, like growing. So, but I want to wait, like a few 2 to 3 weeks once it grows like quite strong, and I'll show you the results of how this process worked out. But I've done this before. I actually have another video in my history that you can check it out. You'll see how I did it in another area, and it worked tremendously. So definitely stay tuned. In about 3 to 4 weeks, I'm gonna upload another video with the complete results of how all this area gets filled in, and it's gonna be one complete green lawn area. And then in the end, if there's any other little areas I need to take care of, I'll go ahead and do that afterwards. But this should take care of mostly everything. So I hope you like this video. Please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel and activate the notification bell, so that way you won't miss out on any videos that I'm going to be uploading every single week. In the description below, I'm going to be leaving some links with tools and products that we recommend. Thanks for watching until the end. May God bless you, and I'll see you on the next project.